But God told me they're not able to be seen through the human's eyes. They're able to be seen in spiritual's eyes. And it was so interesting for me because I actually used my own imagination to paint the wings, but I looked back and I was like, there's something wrong. So I covered the wings up with the paint, and I'm just very anxious to see how their wings are. But as far as I know, the angels are beautiful with this veil on, and they had such great power from the God, and the energy is amazing. And I see them everywhere, no matter if it's in a person, if it's an animal, or it's in the ceiling, anywhere I could see them.
Well, it even says in the Bible that sometimes we entertain angels unaware.
I know.
So, and you felt like maybe they've come to your house even in the form of a human.
Oh yeah,
So,
we had a lot of events like that.
Yeah. So that's just fascinating, and we could spend a lot of time on that. But let's go to the next question, and this is kind of a practical question. Somebody wanted to know if you sell the originals.
Yes, I do sell the originals. Not very often, but probably once or twice a year. I don't know why, but I think it's a good thing, because when I'm probably gonna grow older, I'll look out on my walls and it's all empty, and I'll be wondering, what happened to all the paintings? And I've worked so hard on them, 300 hours on them sometimes, and there's like a piece of me. But of course, I can still see the walls a little covered, and I'm actually so glad I'm able to keep that a little bit and keep that piece of God with me.
So you sell some of the originals, but not very many.
Not very many,
Yeah.
but very much giclées that represents the originals.
Yeah, which is what these are, right?
Yes.
And these are available for purchase, and you have these made in our area, don't you, in Idaho?
Yes,
and
in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah.
It's just he's like probably 1 out of 5 in the whole world to be creating these images with this special machine, and I'm still in awe how it all works. So I'm still learning.
They're so beautiful. I know in the gallery somebody thought those were the originals, but they are prints that someone in this area has gotten those prints and put them on display. And she's actually here, and her husband. And we're so thankful. It's Sandra, and her husband's name is?
It was Paul.
Sandra and Paul. I just met him. But we are so thankful to you guys for setting up the gallery. And they... they own all of these paintings, and they just bless us by going and setting them up. And I know even in that room where the paintings are, just walking in, you could just feel the glory in the room. And that's what it's like going to Akiane's inner home. They have the paintings in their downstairs, and you just walk in there, and the presence of God is so rich and powerful. And but you're moving, and they're moving out of the home in Post Falls to a home in Spirit Lake.
Twin Lake.
Twin Lake.
Yeah.
Close. They're close to each
enough.
other. And your dad told me it's going to be so much larger, 7,000 square feet, I think, and
so much larger that when we display the whole paintings, even a whisper can be heard and echo through the whole entire place. That's how big it is. But even now, when I walk down to my studio and I pass all the paintings around me, I just feel so inspired. I feel so much strength to keep on moving forward. Because I just look back, it's like, oh my goodness, I did that. But I could do better. I could do more and more meaningful paintings. And that's what keeps me going every single day.
How many hours do you devote a day to painting?
It depends, between 4 to 5 hours, but of course they have breaks in them, and it doesn't seem that long when you paint. It looks like the time just stopped, and I'm in this realm where I just paint on and on.
And don't you get up early and start painting every day?
That's why I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, to just get it all in me, and I get so much inspiration from getting up in the morning and so much energy, and it's just a perfect time for me to paint.
I remember you telling a story that when you were younger, that you were getting up so early that your parents wouldn't let you get up until a certain time.
No.
That she was so ready to get started and spend time with God that they had to tell her, you can't get up that early.
I used to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and for some reason, I really didn't need much sleep at that time, and I used to just wake up in the morning, tiptoe downstairs, and my dad says, just go back to sleep, please. But, we had a little discussion, so I started waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning again. But that's just a perfect time, actually. Just a perfect, convenient.
Yeah, that's an important thing for artists, to set that time aside and to have that quiet time. And so she does that. Do you do that every day, or?
I do that every day except Saturday. It's like a little day off.
Okay.
And I'm really excited since today's, my little day off, and it was just incredible to be here and talk to you guys.
And I know you got to have some really good time and playtime with your dad. Since you've been here in Boise, you went to the water slide park, I heard.
It was so much fun. As you can see, I'm a little tanner in my cheeks, and my dad's burned. We had such a great time. It was so much fun being here.
Yeah. I know tomorrow's Father's Day, and there was a question here, and we've kind of touched on it, but it says, what have your parents done to encourage you to continue and pursue your natural gifts? And earlier this morning, we were talking about how important it is as parents to nurture the gifts in our children, and how we get even 80% of our identity comes from our Father. And I know you've really had relationship with Father God, but also your natural father has been so supportive and encouraging.
He's been traveling with me everywhere for the past, 2 years, I think, or 3 years. And he's been always by my side. And when I just feel down, I just feel, I don't know if I could do this, he always comes up and encourages me with words. And sometimes I actually call my mom, and she encourages me. And it's just such a great time that I'm able to bond with my Father and my Heavenly Father, and actually just meet everybody else and travel. I love to travel. It's my favorite thing to do, and to meet new people, places. Awesome.
And they just got an invitation to Hawaii, and they're hoping that they'll be able to go
on the cruise and just show people my artwork, and you'd have a very wonderful time.
Yeah,
a great
one.
Their
family is very close, and with the new baby, it's kind of put a little bit of curtailing of the travel. But sometimes you and your dad get to go without the rest of the family. But
we had a little delay on the schedules because my mom really needed for us to support her, but I totally agree with her. So I really loved being with my baby brother, and I mostly do almost all the babysitting, and of course my brother's help. But I just love being with my baby brother and just teaching him new words, and it's just incredible experience. But now I'm able to travel a little bit more and see new places. And I love Boise a lot. By the way, we almost moved here, but
well, we're glad you didn't. We're over in northern Idaho, and we're in southern Idaho here, but it's all the same state.
Exactly.
So we love Idaho and the natural beauty. We're so blessed to live in such a beautiful area. Coeur d'Alene, where we live, is just
mountains. They have snow, and yet it's like really hot in summer and really cold in winter. We had like the craziest winter. It was, 5 feet, and it was once every 15 years it comes. It was a lot of fun, by the way.
So we're going to close here in a minute, but I thought it might be good if you could tell us about how you started writing poetry, and then maybe share one of your poems. She has a book of poems, too, that we don't have a copy here, but you can order that. And so tell us about when you started writing poems.
Well, I started writing poems when I was around 7 years old, and the first time I wrote a poem, I just fell in love with it because I could just put so much things into a poem, what I feel through the day or what I'm going to feel tomorrow. It was such a great expressive way that I was able to express myself. So since then, I started writing, I don't know, hundreds of poems, and yet if I'm so stuck and I'm so crowded with poems, I could write 10 books of them and 300 pages. It's so much right now, and I'm so blessed I'm able to write them down, and I just love them a lot.
So could you share one of your poems with us?
Of course. This is actually my favorite above all the thousands. It's a short one, but it's so meaningful to me. It's just called Love. Love is never alone. Love is always crowded. Love is a shared self. We cannot own our love. We cannot teach our love. The longest breath of love is the shortest distance to heaven. The deepest life is love. The deepest love is an embrace. Love is not rest. Love is peace. Love is a purpose.
Is there anything else you want to share with?
This has been so amazing experience. I have to thank you all for coming, and I'm really excited to meet each and one of you.
So are you going to be doing a signing of your book, or how?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the
if you
plan?
guys want?
There's we'll be in the gallery, and we invite. I don't know how you're going to administrate that. I don't know if everybody can come in at once. We'll have to take people in maybe in shifts. I'm going to invite Yvonne or Mike up here to share how they're going to administrate that, but Akiane will be back in the gallery. Is that the plan, Mark? Is that to do some signing of her books? If anybody would like to get a book signed.
Oh, there you are, Dad. I didn't see you there. You're like hiding.
This is the proud dad over here.
You can stand
this
up
is Mark.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't like
So we're going to turn it back over to Yvonne and Mike here to tell how they want to administrate this.
Thank you guys all for coming, by the way.
Awesome. I think what we'll do is we'll just go back out down the hallway, down to the art gallery, and just go in the side door. And there may be a little line. We'll just see. If some of you want to just wait in here and relax and stuff, or just go out to the vendor tables and just kind of watch and just follow the line on in, and then we'll have the tables set up where Akiane can be signing books, and you can visit with her and go take a little bit closer look at the paintings, especially after she has talked to us today and shared her heart with those. I think they're going to take on a extra special meaning after you've been able to listen to Akiane today. So, and then that'll be it for the session.